Hello, and thank you for joining us. I'm Bucky Johnson, Mayor of Norcross and Chairman of the Atlanta Regional Transportation Roundtable. On October 13th, my colleagues on the Roundtable and I will approve a list of transportation projects to provide improvements in every part of the Atlanta region. As a voter, you will have a chance in 2012 to determine whether these projects get built by voting on a regional 10-year penny sales tax. The opportunity for this referendum, or as sometimes it's called a T-SPLOS, was created by the Transportation Investment Act, a state law that was passed in 2010 that allows each of the 12 regions around the state to vote on a penny sales tax to fund transportation projects. That law also defines who is on the roundtable and lays out a process for creating a project list and voting on it. This unique opportunity to invest in a regional way to improve all of our communities. Even though the new law requires only 2 public forums, we will hold 12 in the Atlanta region. Today, through October 13th, you can review the draft list of projects for the 10-county Atlanta area and take a look at what's in it for you, your neighbors, and all the citizens of Metro Atlanta. Then you can take a survey online or by phone and tell us what you think. It's not too late, and you can have an impact. We're going to get things started now with a short video that explains more about the Transportation Investment Act and what an extra penny could mean for Metro Atlanta, the state's economic engine. But first, let me thank you once again for taking time out of your busy day to join us.
Just imagine the possibilities, new options for traveling to work, to school, or to enjoy outings with our families. To make this vision a reality, the 21-member Atlanta Regional Transportation Roundtable has the goal of developing a balanced, equitable, and high-impact list of projects for the region. It is conducting a massive outreach campaign to involve residents in helping determine which projects should be undertaken. And on July 31st, 2012, residents of the Atlanta region will vote on a referendum to support a new era of transportation choice, congestion relief, and economic development.
The criteria was voted on at the first roundtable, and it basically is things that mitigate traffic in Atlanta. It's going to give people options. Transit, it's going to be roads, it could be bike paths, it could be sidewalks. Anything transportation related can be on that list.
A balanced mix of projects will go before voters, one that combines roads and transit, safety and pedestrian, as well as projects to keep our current system in good condition.
It's going to have the effect of improving traffic, getting people out of their cars, helping the environment, getting people home to their families quicker. But it's also going to have a job-creating effect.
The penny sales tax referendum has the potential to generate billions of dollars over 10 years with an economic impact greater than the 1996 Olympic Games. And it will help create new jobs and retain major corporations in our region.
Moving forward, we understand that the federal and state dollars are going to be very limited. This referendum gives us the opportunity to really take charge of our own destiny.
All funds raised in the Atlanta region will stay in our region. Some investments would attack major bottlenecks and provide new transit options. An important part of the referendum is that 15% of the funds would flow directly to communities for local improvements.
This particular bill, Transportation Investment Act, will give a huge shot in the arm to the Atlanta region and get us up and running. It's a must-have.
During the next few months, the Roundtable will work to generate the right mix of projects with extensive input from residents of all 10 counties.
It's basically a contract with the citizens.
Residents are encouraged to visit atlantaregionalroundtable.com to find out more and to help shape our transportation future.
This indeed is a watershed moment for the metropolitan Atlanta area. We're in our vehicles and other modes of transportation on a daily basis, going to our places of employment and entertainment venues. I think now is the time to have a positive impact on mitigating traffic congestion in the Atlanta region.
Infrastructure is the vehicle that will power us out of this very tough economy and put us back on a path to prosperity.
I hope the video was helpful and informative. Now, here's the roundtable member from your county who will tell you a little bit more about the proposed investments in your immediate community.
Gwinnett has done a lot to improve our transportation network and address mobility over the past few decades. We've built new roads, widened existing roads, improved intersections, implemented a bus system. We've even added a traffic control center where major thoroughfares can be monitored and signals can be adjusted based on real-time traffic conditions. We continue to add alternative ways for getting around inside Gwinnett. And due to a major improvement to the I-85 State Route 316 intersection, it's also easier to get across the county on your way to Atlanta. However, we still have our challenges in Gwinnett and across the Atlanta region. In July 2012, voters in Gwinnett and the rest of the Atlanta region will be able to say yes or no to a proposed 1-cent sales tax to fund transportation projects for the entire Metro Atlanta region. During the summer of 2011, Gwinnett leaders met with officials from 9 other metro counties and the city of Atlanta to develop a list of potential projects that could be funded with the proposed new sales tax. As set by state law, 5 of these officials, who are members of the executive committee of the Regional Roundtable, adopted a proposed project list. Input from the public on this proposed project list is being sought now prior to final action on it by all 21 members of the Regional Roundtable.
Some of the large projects that are on the proposed project list for Gwinnett County include Sugarloaf Parkway extension from State Route 316 to State Route 20. This will complete that loop road within the county and provide an important alternative for both cars and trucks carrying freight. State Route 20 widening from Peachtree Industrial Boulevard to Forsyth County, including a new bridge over the river, is on the list. All of you who travel that area know how congested it is, and this will make a huge difference. We have safety improvements included on State Route 316 with the proposed 3 new grade-separated crossings. Those are located at High Hope Road, at US 29, and at Harbins Road. There is also funding to look at ways to mitigate congestion in the I-85 corridor. A new interchange at I-85 and State Route 324 is included on the list. And I know that the folks who live in the Snellville area will be interested to know that a continuous flow intersection at US 78 and State Route 124 is included. Another important safety improvement that's been discussed for years is the bridge upgrade for Decula Road at the CSX Railroad crossing. One final large project on the list is widening of State Route 141 from Peachtree Industrial Boulevard to the Fulton County line. In addition to these large projects, a portion of the total funds collected will be distributed to Gwinnett County and its cities to use for smaller local transportation projects, like intersection improvements, resurfacing, and sidewalks. Gwinnett residents have 2 important opportunities to have a voice in regional transportation issues and the proposed regional sales tax. One of those is right now as we seek public input on the project list. The other will be next July when you cast your vote. So take a look at the project list and tell us what you think about it. Once the project list is finalized, express your opinion through your vote.
You can preview potential T-SPLOS projects and provide your input through a survey by visiting AtlantaRegionalRoundtable.com through October 5th.
Welcome back. As you can see, even though the list includes projects that have a regional impact on traffic and quality of life, there will be specific projects to benefit your local community. I'd like to share with you now a presentation that outlines more about the proposed investments in our region's mobility.
Hello, I'm Jane Hayes, Chief of Transportation Planning for the Atlanta Regional Commission. I'd like to provide you with more detail about the draft list of transportation investments developed by the Atlanta Regional Transportation Roundtable so you can provide your input when we're finished. So let's get started. Every day, you and hundreds of thousands of Metro Atlanta residents leave their homes headed to work, school, or other destinations throughout our region. As the day progresses, the traffic congestion grows. The system becomes overloaded and your time is wasted sitting in traffic. Improvements and new options are needed to make your commute more efficient. Help could be on the way through the Transportation Investment Act. This law, passed by the Georgia General Assembly, provides Metro Atlanta residents with an opportunity to vote next summer on a regional set of transportation projects to fund with a 10-year penny sales tax. During the past few months, a roundtable of local elected officials, with the help of extensive public involvement, has developed a draft list of priority projects to improve our region's mobility. Now, your input is needed before the roundtable finalizes the list of improvements for your county and the rest of Metro Atlanta. I'd like to tell you more about some of the projects on the list. I'm going to focus on three broad areas. First is how the proposed investments will work to protect the substantial investments we have already made in our region's transportation system over the past decades. Next, we'll look at some new investments being proposed that can provide you with a range of travel options. And finally, we'll talk about some improvements that help relieve congestion and reduce the time you spend sitting in traffic. As you know, the Atlanta region has evolved around its role as a transportation hub for the Southeast and the nation. To keep our metro area strong, we have continued to invest in our transportation network, building the nation's 7th largest rail transit system, along with an extensive system of interstates and highways. Some of the projects on the draft investment list are intended to help the region keep these existing systems well maintained for the future. These include repairs to bridges, roads, and transit infrastructure. At the same time, we must provide new options for how you and the expected 3 million additional residents will travel in our region during the next few decades. The proposed list of investments includes new light rail and bus systems, as well as new and improved roads and pedestrian facilities. Together, these investments can expand your choices of getting to work and other places around the region in the years to come. The third goal of these projects is to relieve congestion and create more efficient travel throughout the region. For example, the draft investment list includes work on major interstate interchanges like I-285 and Georgia 400 and I-285 and I-20 on the west side. It also includes expanded transit, more sidewalks, and improved signal timing and technological updates to help traffic flow more efficiently. So what's the bottom line? How do these investments help? Early results of our analysis show that these projects can make a real and substantial difference. We conservatively estimate the economic impact of these investments will create a $43 billion increase in the region's gross domestic product in the first 15 years after construction is complete. In other words, the economy should see growth from the congestion relief these investments would bring. To put it in terms that matter to you and me, Metro Atlantans together would save around $800 million now spent in wasted time and fuel in just 1 year alone. Relieving congestion also improves our quality of life in another way. These investments would reduce air pollution and keep our air cleaner. In fact, our estimates show that these investments working together as a system would reduce air pollution by 105 tons each day. This draft set of transportation investments has been carefully selected by your elected officials to make the most difference. We need your continued input and ideas as the Roundtable works to finalize this investment list by October 15th. Please take a few minutes now to visit the Roundtable's website and fill out the survey or provide other comments at www.atlantaregionalroundtable.com. I would like to thank you again for spending a few minutes thinking about the Atlanta region's transportation future.
I hope that this information has been helpful to you. Please feel free to give us your thoughts about the Transportation Investment Act and the list of projects that the Roundtable has spent months putting together. This is about improving your quality of life and creating more transportation options to move our region forward. To take the survey, please visit atlantaregionalroundtable.com. On behalf of all 21 Roundtable members, let me thank you for joining us today and for participation in this project. Your voice will be heard and taken into consideration between now and October 13th. Thank you.